What's up, everybody? That's right. It is today. It is the day, the myth, the legend, the legendary day. It's a holiday that happens every single weekday on a Thursday. That's right. It is a national day of celebration, and we're not talking about politics. We're talking about something greater than that, greater than anything you've believed in, known, or had experienced in the past. And if you're going to tell me that I'm muted, I will be so upset right now because this intro is fire. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lightning Boys podcast. My name is Toast BH, and we've got here to my left, to my right, for you, I don't really know directions, whatever. It's late at night. The one, the only, the man, mythical Sloshula. How are you doing, buddy? What's good?
I'm doing so much better now after that incredible intro.
We bring it. We bring
so
it.
Good. And I can let you know that you were not muted. I heard you. I understood that. And I could not keep a straight face. That was incredible. That
was fun. That was fun. I won't lie. That was pretty fun.
I mean, I'm doing great, though. I'm so glad that it's spooky season. I am a Halloween boy at heart. I'm married to a Halloween girl.
What does that mean?
That I'm a Halloween boy or that I'm married?
I know what marriage means.
I can explain to you.
You don't need. I understand what happens in marriage, though I have never experienced it myself. The Halloween, like, how do you become a Halloween boy or girl? What is that qualification criteria for that?
So honestly, if your favorite holiday is Halloween, or at least your second favorite holiday, but I'm not going to gatekeep here. If it's Halloween, you're halfway there. The rest of it is, like, for example, we have the mantle above our fireplace has Halloween decorations up all year. We have a little, like a lantern with a skull on it, a little apothecary, and a skeleton hand as well. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I thought you were going to lead in with, like, you have to love the Addams Family. You also have to have 3 ribs because you sacrifice the other ribs in some, like, satanic ritual to sacrifice ghosts on the All Hallows Eve when, like, the netherworld and the earth and the barrier is thin and frayed.
So that is the other quarter, right? So I gave you 3/4 of the way there. The other half involves blood rituals, sacrifices, and actually a little bit more blood rituals. There's a weird thing about blood rituals that you have to. There's a lot of reading involved, actually. So
you don't say. That's really weird.
It's
I don't like that's okay. That's scary. You're too scary. It's too spooky. Okay.
Too spooky.
It's too spooky.
I mean, this is a spooky episode.
It's true.
Because there are some spooky things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Mainly, I'm sure everyone at least knows about this game of Phasmophobia. I have to talk about Phasmophobia today. I've been playing it a lot with my sister and some of our friends. And for those who don't know,
I don't know.
Essentially, great, perfect. Thank you, Toast. For you who don't know, it is a horror game where the whole premise is that you are ghost hunting with your friends and you're trying not to be killed while simultaneously trying to find out what the ghost is, like what type of ghost it is, so you can get out of there.
Okay. And
so you can ghost hunt in houses. There's like a cottage, like a log cabin out in the forest. There's like 2 or 3 houses that are like in neighborhoods, but there's also like an abandoned high school, and and there's an abandoned insane asylum. Abandoned insane asylum you can also go in. Now, the kicker to this game is that it is, again, I mentioned it's multiplayer, but you can also play it in VR, and it's cross-play from VR to PC, right? So imagine me, right? Let me paint a scene for you. I've never played this game before. I've just been told that it's fun. Okay. So I pop on the Oculus.
Okay.
I start up the tutorial, right?
Plug into the Matrix. Got it.
I plug directly into the Matrix, and I start getting spooked, right? And the tutorial takes place just in a house, right? And they tell you specifically it's a non-violent ghost for the tutorial, right? So you're not going to die. But you're just alone in this house. It's so dark. All you have is a flashlight, and you're just, like, picking stuff up and trying to, like you have a radio to, like, talk to your friends, right? If they're there with you. And the ghost can talk to you through the radio. And when it starts hunting, trying to kill you, it'll make everything you say static.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so spooky, dude.
So
like I had a great time, but I was terrified.
Here's a really important question.
Yes.
2 questions.
Okay.
1, can you play as the ghost?
No.
2, can you play as Bill Murray?
If you want.
Really?
You can pretend to be Bill Murray. You can be anyone. You can pretend to be anybody you want.
No, I mean, like, can you... It's like being
like
John
you're-
Malkovich, but, like, being John Murray. Can you do that?
Being John Murray.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could be John Murray, but Bill Murray, no.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's
Yeah,
like a
sorry about
minus
that.
point if I'm IGN right now. 9 out of 10, -1 for not being able to play Bill Murray.
Okay, but so recently, I was playing in VR with my sister again and 2 of our friends.
Okay.
And we go to the abandoned high school. Now this is my first time going to this abandoned high school, right? And so some things you can do in the game before I continue on is you can talk directly to the ghost
Okay.
and ask it questions. The very beginning, it'll tell you what the ghost's name is, so you can talk to them and so they can answer you, right?
Pablo.
And then
Pablo.
yeah,
Are you
they
there,
give
Pablo?
You, like full last names, right? It's like Deborah Morgan or something, or like John Samuels. Like it's just two. It's
John
just
Cena?
2 names. John. Yeah. So we got the John Cena ghost.
It's
And
already
he
invisible,
took me
right? You
straight
can't
out.
see.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard to get pictures of that one.
Okay.
But just run that joke immediately into the ground. But so I'm
sorry.
I'm walking in with my group of 3. We're walking in. We're going
Oddballs.
through. We're kind of just like, my sister's leading the way. I'm in VR, so I'm kind of trailing a little bit behind because it's extra scary when like you're immersed in this spooky region.
Mhm.
And she's opening every door. We're trying to find out first off where in the high school the ghost is located, like where it's haunting. And as we're walking through, we're using like this special radio to try and talk to it, and then like the school bell starts ringing
Ooh,
upstairs.
That's
And we're like,
that's too scary.
I know, right? It's just complete silence except for, our friends over the radio, like, oh, not in here, not in here. And then the school bell starts ringing upstairs. So we walk out of the high school. We're like, okay, it's definitely upstairs. Let's regroup and figure it out. And so we start walking up the stairs. We're like planting cameras to see if we can see it. We're putting down books to hopefully it'll write in it, because sometimes they'll write in it. And finally, we have a little meter, and it just shoots up to like, out of 5, it shoots up to 4.
Oh.
And we're like, oh, I think we found the ghost. And then we find out that at the top of this high school is essentially like a church. There's like a church room. And so we're hanging out in this church room, and it's losing its mind, right? So we drop the book down, we put a camera down, we walk out, and then suddenly all the lights start flickering, and we turned on, the power goes out, right? Now, I have a flashlight. I'm like, we planted the things, let's get the fuck out of here before it starts to kill us, right?
Mhm.
Fast forward a little bit. We go back up there to check all our things, and the flashlights on our start flickering, right? And now when the flashlights start to flicker, it means it's hunting to kill you. And so we all start to run away. My sister is
Terrifying.
screaming, and then suddenly it's all static, and the person that was like sitting back trying to guide us around is like yelling, trying to get us to talk, and like yelling, trying to figure things out, like what's going on. And then I make it out, and one other friend comes out with me, and he's like, he killed Danielle. She's dead. And like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, I hate this. This is terrifying. I hate this. I'm like, but we got to go back in. And so we go back in. As soon as we start up the stairs, immediately the counter goes back up. It starts talking to us, saying like, die, 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 right? Like it's telling us that it's trying to kill us,
Oh
right?
my God.
I know. And I turn back around. I run away.
Oh.
It's all static over the radio. My friend gets killed directly behind me. And I come back out to our truck where we came from. My other friend is in there. Like, we have no evidence on what this ghost is at this point, right? We have just been trying to find out what type of ghost it is, and he's just killed 2 of us. And and so he's like, let's just cut our losses. Let's leave. And I'm like, no, we have to go back in. We have to figure it out. And so naturally I send him in. And so I'm watching him over the camera.
Delegation.
Right.
Nice.
And
nice.
he walks up, and I'm telling him, like, I'm watching, like, there's like an activity meter. I watch it go up to 9 out of 10. I'm like, dude, every time you step up the stairs, it's just there. And he starts like yelling over the radio. Like he's like, I have to leave, I have to leave. And yeah, so I walk back in there, I get our things, and we just get out of there. We couldn't handle it anymore. It killed 2 of our friends. If you look on my Twitter, you'll see the screenshot that we took. That's my sister took the screenshot right after she died, and as a ghost, you can see what the ghost that's haunting you is doing, and it's standing there. You can see the 2 of us down at the bottom of the stairs, and it's standing there watching us.
It's the guy
right after it killed us. Yeah. So that's the ghost looking down at us, about to kill us on there.
For a little bit of context for our friends at home, we can go ahead and show that. I think, yeah, let's do that.
Oh man,
Boom.
Yeah, this game is so good. Yeah, so this is exactly it, right? Like, so it's taken from the perspective of my sister, right? And so she's watching this ghost guy. You could see us at the bottom of the stairs,
Just running away,
running away. So this is what she saw, right? And for us, it's like completely dark. Like our flashlights are flickering, but she sees this like ghost realm, and yeah, so that's why I highly recommend this game, because you get scary stories out of it, right? Like any number of like sessions I've had in Phasmophobia, I can essentially just like turn into a scary story. It's so spooky.
So you were talking about kind of the locations here, and maybe this is something we save for another episode, and it's definitely going off script, but I'm going to go off script here a little bit. And
go for
it. One of the places you talked about was an insane asylum.
Yes.
And so in my youth, I had a streak of wanting to explore old and abandoned buildings. And I'm not going to talk about the mental hospital that I never made my way into. I tried. However, it didn't work. So for a little context about that one, there was a murder in the 80s, 60s, 70s? I think it was in the 80s, right? And this was a large California-style open campus mental health place.
Right.
Buildings all connected underneath, however, by a series of tunnels. And so there was a legitimate murder by one of the inmates of another woman at the facility, and they found out he had killed her because they found her teeth in his body, like in his jacket.
Oh,
and so he had buried her like
took
all
her teeth?
over the grounds, right? Because it was
wow.
the 80s.
Right.
He didn't get arrested and just stayed there for another 2 years, and then ran away and was never found.
So how in a place that is, I assume, like guarded, how do you get away with something like that?
I don't know. It's very open. But so you read online and you can find people who did make it in before it was very difficult to get in after it was abandoned. And they say things about these tunnels where you go into rooms and the wallpaper has all been scratched off and you see like restraining chairs and that sort of thing.
Spooky, dude.
Take it.
And you were trying to get into that?
1,000%. I would do it tonight if I knew I could get in. So I go there with some friends. This is the second or third place that we're trying to get into. It's local to my town. And we get to the only building that's left above ground, which is an administrative building. And so the door is blocked shut by about 7 or 8 layers of plywood. So that's no go. The windows are physically cement blocked shut. So you can't get in that way. And around the back, there's a metal door that has, no joke, it's been welded to the frame and then padlocked.
Wow, they really, they must have had a bunch of people trying to get in, right?
And so the creepy thing about that is on the front of the building, there was a sign on the windows that said, no entry, asbestos, whatever. But underneath that, the sign also said, warning, no exit from tunnels. So those tunnels are still there. And that means there's no way in or out of them. So imagine getting in there and seeing, that sounds so cool to me. But we didn't actually make it into that building, but we did make it into an old dance club that went out of business in the late 80s due to some health issues, health scandals.
This is not at all the same. This is not at all the same.
No, but we got inside this one. It was called Faces. It was right along, for those of you in the New England area, and if you grew up in the area in the early 2000s, it was by a very popular bowling alley that has just gone out of business. It's called Faces. It's gone now. They've knocked it down and replaced it with apartments. But in high school, I broke in. It was abandoned. We made our way in.
Yeah, so you didn't break any laws. You just continued
we fell
walking forward
into this building, right? It was me and a few friends. And so we found out that on the back wall of this building, which is also completely boarded and sealed shut, a hole in the wall, probably about 5 feet off the ground, 5 or 6 feet off the ground, about this.
Oh, so it was like a reach kind of.
Yeah, like maybe this wide and this tall.
Okay.
And we said, you know what? I bet that goes in. So we crawled through that hole late at night one day, not knowing what was on the other side, into this building. True story.
Man.
So we get through.
To be a dumbass teenager.
I think
dude.
I went first too. And I was the only one prepared with a flashlight, which made me very angry.
So
that like
you all were going out like ghost hunting essentially, and you're the only one with a flashlight.
Yup. So we get in and we're on top of like the boiler in the boiler room. So we're already like 6-7 feet off the ground. The ceiling is like right there. And you come out and you drop on the ground and there's just bottles and cans fucking everywhere. But we get in and, we start exploring this place. We get out of the basement into kind of the open area, the like dance club space where there's murals and stuff and there's broken glass. We find our way to like the DJ booth. We go up into all of these different rooms. We find some stairs, which are like mostly rotted through, but we go up them anyways. And finally we get ourselves to kind of the top floor of this building, and we see that someone in the past had pushed I forget, like a trash can or something, I forget what it was, up against the wall, and we saw another hole we could crawl through.
Another hole? Okay.
And so we're doing it, and that took us out onto the roof and the ceiling of the building, which was actually really like a very cool experience to see.
I was gonna say that sounds kind of cool. That sounds a lot cooler than just like going into an abandoned dance hall, which already kind of sounds kind of fun, right? Like a big open area. You probably saw a bunch of bottles from like, I don't know, like homeless people or something, or stuff left over.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. Like the whole experience was pretty cool, and we make our way out. We get out. I go out. Second person goes out. The third person is coming out, and he tries to come out of the same hole we entered feet first, which I think you had to do. I think that's how we had to do it because it was so far off the ground.
Right. I was trying to think, like, you probably wouldn't, because you mentioned the hole was only about, like, it was just a bit bigger than your shoulders.
Yeah, it was not a large hole at all.
So you don't have any room to turn around. You kind of would have to go feet first.
Yeah, exactly. And so two of us are out, and he's coming out, and we see someone exit the building right across the parking lot, and we're like, fuck. Stop. Like, go back in. Stop. And, like, we're crouching and hiding. And instead of going back into the hole, my guy takes his legs and puts them up at a 90-degree angle so they're parallel with the wall of the building.
Oh, so he's trying to like camouflage.
I was like, what are you doing? So later, we get out safe. We all get sick, probably from whatever disease is in there, asbestos or whatever. And we're talking to one of our friends who didn't come with us, or who did come with us, and she had told her brother about it. And she was like, so my brother had broken into there when he was older and in high school. And he and his friend, they got chased out by a homeless guy with a knife, and they had to jump through a window.
And they tell you this after you go.
Yeah, and so, we dodged a real bullet on that one.
Yeah.
But so, I don't know, Slosh, do you have any, I broke into a couple other, like, construction sites and stuff over the course of my life, but I think that was one of the most exciting ones. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Do you have have you done anything like that, like explored or...
So real quick, if you're doing that, you would love Phasmophobia. But also, I was a goody good boy.
I was too.
While I loved spooky things and I wanted to do these spooky things, like there were places that we could have walked into, very very strangely walked into. Definitely didn't break into anything for sure. None of my friends ever wanted to go along with me. They were too afraid, and I didn't want to go alone because that's not something you do alone.
No,
that's
you never go alone.
Bring some pals
you bring
with.
people.
Yeah.
More than a pal.
So the only things I really like went into when they were closed or all the lights were out were like baseball fields. You climb the fence and hop into the baseball field or the soccer field and boring stuff like that, man. Never anything like that.
I don't think it's boring, and I actually think a lot of it was just being like an adrenaline jacked up high schooler. That got me through a lot of the like stupidity part of it.
Right.
Like I would do it now, but I feel like I would have to go with like 3 other people. Everyone has to have flashlights, and like We
Yeah,
got to bring like a
everyone come
baseball bat or
prepared.
something, like ready to like self-defense ourselves.
Yeah, bring a snack too, you know? Like everyone be
Oh my
prepared.
God.
Set up a picnic on the inside. Just have a ball. Make it a night. Make it an evening, you know?
It was an
Have a
evening.
date in the abandoned dance hall.
I mean, it was. I did go with a girl who I ended up dating. Like
You're pining
that.
for.
Well, it happened.
Is this the same girl you broke up with?
Actually,
with that shitty
funnily
movie
enough, it is
one-liner?
the same person.
Oh no!
yeah,
Come
dog.
on, man.
It's so funny. I didn't think about that.
Jesus Christ!
That's how it
So you
started.
take this girl.
That's how it
You
started.
take this girl on a spooky night out to some abandoned.
It wasn't
bullshit
my
horror
idea,
movie
okay?
nonsense.
It was her
then-
idea and her group of friends' idea,
okay.
and I was along for the ride.
But still, your whole relationship with her was like a horror movie and then like a drama.
High school was a different time for me. I was very unhinged in a lot of ways, I think. Well, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk
okay.
about those stories
Yeah,
anymore.
we don't have to go farther into your high school days, I guess.
I'm too old, Slosh. I'm too old for that. Oh my
Oh,
lord.
man. Okay. Well, you said like, oh, it's off topic, but that sounds very on. I'm gonna say that's spooky. That was spooky. That was Halloween. That was on topic. Because all I have is other Phasmophobia stories.
All right.
Right. And I'm gonna convince you to play this game.
You don't have
with
to.
me, by the way.
I will play the game. Like I will play the game with you literally whenever. It's been a busy
Good.
week, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's what I hear all the time. It's like, oh yeah, I totally would love to. You know, I'm just a little busy. I got a day thing. I got a few meetings. I can't.
Go break
I
into an
can't go
abandoned
today.
building.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
honestly,
I
If we
got a meeting with a ghost.
if we're ever on land again, Slosh, and there's like a urban exploration place, like let's go, let's do it.
Yeah, that would be great, man.
I-
Next time we're able to see each other.
I think there's a few devs who would be like, all right, that's dope, let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we'd get plenty of people that want to go.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
But okay,
Okay.
back to Phasmophobia.
Back to
now,
Phasmophobia.
because I have one other that I really wanted to talk about just because of how funny it was, right? So one of our friends, Sarah, who I've had on my stream, we played Among Us with her. She cannot do the horror, right? Even in Among Us, when she gets killed, she screams, right? She just can't do it, right? And so I'm playing with her, my sister, and one other person, right? And we just went to one of the houses, right? Something that felt simple, and it told us it said what the name of this ghost was, which is probably like Marie Davis, just a really basic name. But it also said that to get it going, just say its name in anger, and it only responds to people when they are alone.
Interesting.
I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. So we kind of just set up a plan. One of us, one after another, go into where we find out where the room is because you could see your breath, and so it's like, okay, the ghost is like has freezing temperatures in this room, right? And so when you walk in, you immediately know it's haunting this room. And so as a group, first we start goading it. We start swearing at her. I'm like, come on, Marie Davis, you bitch, come on, get on out of here. And then she throws a picture frame onto the floor.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, she's definitely here.
Okay.
And so we set up a camera, and one of our friends stands there, right? And so he starts sweetly talking to her because he's afraid. He's like, Marie Davis, can you come out? And over the radio, I'm like, start swearing at her, start screaming at her, right? And so he starts screaming at her, and we're watching through the camera, and then we see a child just run in front of him, look at him, and then run into the hallway. And me and Sarah were like, oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. No, thank you. And Danielle laughs, right? And then we tell our friend, I think his name was Connor. We're like, Connor, get the hell out of there, dude! Get the hell out of there. He's like, what's going on? And he runs out because he didn't see her, right? Because it's like completely dark,
Right.
And so he runs out, and we're like, okay, she responded to you. You got to go back in. He goes, okay. And well, of course, we told him that we saw the kid and everything. And so he walks back in there, and the front door immediately closes and locks. He starts screaming, and then it's silent. And we realize as soon as he walked into the house, the ghost just killed him because the door opened back up and his head was through the wall. And we're like,
I love that.
so maybe it wasn't the
I
best
love
idea
that.
to send Connor back in. And so now the ghost is in the damn hallway. So we set up a camera in the hallway, and and our meters now are just going through the roof. This ghost is pissed right the fuck off, right? But it only responds when there's only one person. It only do anything when there's only one person. So as we're setting things up, we're just making sure to stay together, right?
Right.
And as we're leaving the house, I'm the last one leaving. I just hear a right by my ears, right? And I'm in VR, so it's like a surround sound whoosh
No, thank
of
you.
breath.
No, thank you.
That just passed right by me. And I'm like, I say like, no, thank you. Oh God. And then the door locks. And I was like directly behind Sarah. I think Sarah was right in front of me. The door locks. My sister and Sarah realize the door locks, and I could hear them screaming on the other side of the door, right? Trying to unlock. You hear like the door like you could hear the lock, them ring, like turning the doorknob, of trying to get me out. And I'm just standing at the door. I turn around. All I hear is like breath, right? It's just breath. And my flashlight just like, it's not staying on. It's just flickering. And then the door opens and I just run out. And I'm like, I am not going back in there. I'm not going back in there.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
Sarah's just screaming. She wasn't even in there, and she's just screaming. She can't handle it. And so you also have, to end this story, you also have a sanity meter, and it can only kill you once you have under 50% sanity. And now at this point, I'm at like 38% sanity.
Right.
My sister's at like 25, and Sarah's sitting at 70%. We're like, Sarah, you got to go back in there so we can finish this up. And she walks in, she hears the breath and immediately walks out. She says, no, it's going to kill me. And we're like, no, it can't yet. It can't kill you. She's like, I'm not going back in there. So my sister walks back in. She starts hearing the breath. She's like, and I'm telling her over the radio, I'm like, you can't, it's going to kill you. As soon as you walk in there, it's going to kill you. She's like, I mean, we got to finish it up. We got to finish this. And the door locks. And we run over there, try to open it, and you could hear the child running, like stomping down the steps from outside. You could hear it stomping down the steps. And then suddenly it's static over the radio, and then the door opens, and Danielle's dead on the stairs, and Sarah and I are like, you know what?
Oh, no.
Fuck it. And we walk back into the truck, we cut our losses, close it up, and drive off. We're like, absolutely not. No, thank you.
No way.
And we're over it.
Oh, good Lord. I love that. Yeah, we should play sometime. That sounds fun.
Yes, absolutely. I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'll play it on stream tomorrow.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, and for people that are watching on YouTube, because these are going up on YouTube, Fridays.
Friday's
I'll be
tomorrow.
playing it.
Tomorrow's Friday. Always tomorrow is
Tomorrow's
Friday.
Friday.
Whenever you're listening to this or watching this,
Tomorrow is Friday.
congratulations. This is the greatest gift we could ever give you. You needed to be almost Friday. You listen to this podcast. It's immediately almost Friday.
Anytime you're like, I'm ready for the week to be over, just throw on the Lightning Boys podcast.
And it's almost Friday.
Cruise on wherever whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
And it's it's coming up on Friday. It's Thursday evening. It's about to be Friday. We're like right there. I'll crack open a beer with you. We'll chill.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's all I really had to say about Phasmophobia. I think people get it. It's, you get spooky stories, you do spooky things, you cry, you pee yourself, and you have a great time.
I am on board with all of that except the part where you said you pee yourself.
No, that's actually, that's like, like you install the game, and then for the tutorial, you have to cry and pee yourself. That's part of the
I don't think I will
experience.
install this game then. I'm not here about.
Well, I mean, now you have to. You've agreed to it.
Can I have someone else pee themselves instead of me?
I mean, you could wear a diaper.
I won't.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, are you telling me I just need to move my computer into the toilet? Because
yeah,
I can wall mount it into the tile and then.
I mean, you can bring a laptop in there.
That's weird.
I mean, if you're in VR, you have it on the Oculus Quest. Just plug it into your computer and walk.
I'm gonna move us past this bit right now. I'm gonna move us past. No, thank you.
You afraid of little pee? Huh? You gonna cry?
Gosh.
You gonna cry? You gonna pee a little?
Gosh. Come on, man. Come on. Look at those. Those are the eyes of a madman. The eyes of a madman.
Oh God! Did we get a? I can't believe this. I can't believe you right now.
I got a new toy. We're gonna use it.
Yeah, we're gonna use it.
Slosh, you know what I also love about Halloween?
What's up?
And you know,
What do you love about
when I
it?
say love, I mean is something that exists for Halloween and not other parts of the year. Is the costumes? Is the costume game?
Okay. I have something to say. I'm glad you brought up costumes
Okay.
because I was looking up costumes very recently, as in like yesterday and today. I was looking up costumes to like buy or get inspiration for something to make, and I'm on Amazon, and this shit is so phoned in. I can't stand some of these goddamn costumes that I'm seeing. I don't know if it's like this year or like if it's something from if they're doing it last year, but it's seriously like I look up costumes, right? And they're seriously just like skeleton onesies. That's not a costume. I look up specifically, I'm like, okay, then Halloween costumes for dads. I'm getting t-shirts with pumpkins on them.
It's cute.
No, that's not a costume. It's literally just a jack-o'-lantern t-shirt. That's not a costume. That's not spooky. That's probably like the least you could do for a costume. I looked up, I was like, okay, fine then. If I'm getting t-shirts here and onesies here,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, Halloween costumes for couples. Let's see what they got. They're showing me essentially like a sweater for the girl, a sweater with an outlet on it, and then like a USB plug at the bottom, and then the dude has on a sweater but like an inflatable plug at his crotch, and then a USB hanging out of his ass, like. And I'm looking at it because I'm like, all right, I gotta see the build quality of this costume, right? It actually just looks like ironed on, like someone like markered on the outlet. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Everything is. I saw one of there's like those costumes where it looks like you're like being held by something, or
I hate those.
or you're like riding on something. Okay,
I hate
so you know what I'm
those.
talking
I
about.
do.
There's one where you're riding on the shoulders of President Donald Trump. That is just a costume you can have, and you can buy it on Amazon. You can look it up right now.
You know what the funny part about that is that that's not just a costume for some people, Slosh. That's like primo merch. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are
Is
like,
it?
this ain't Halloween. This is Christmas coming early. Like, damn.
Oh God. It's so like if you see it too, like it looks like
I'm not gonna Google it.
the
I don't want that in my
leprechaun
search
costumes
history.
where you're riding on the leprechaun.
God.
It's that, but it's Donald Trump, and so his face is like all squished, and he's like super short, right? I'm like, this is just a reskinned leprechaun.
Why would you reskin
Or
a
like a-
leprechaun? Why are you insulting my leprechauns like that?
Why would you do that?
What
Why
did a
would you do-
leprechaun ever
and-
do to you? Okay, but like honestly,
And-
like couples costumes, man,
Mhm.
that's got to come from the heart. You got to make that shit. You got to get
Mm-hmm.
out your inner cosplayer and you got to make those costumes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna buy the black sweaters and put felt outlets on, and then blow up a few balloons and make that the plug. I'm gonna do that myself.
Good.
I'm
It'll
not
be
gonna
way better
have
than the
some-
store that's charging you $49.99 with a no refund policy after 7 days.
Yeah. So as soon as you get it, you try it on. You're like, oh, this is actual. I think this is made of threaded dog shit. Is that what this is? Let me look at the tag. Yeah, look at that. Wow, made with 100% dog shit. That's crazy. I can't believe they could do that.
Do you ever just like our Halloween season just go into the Halloween stores and just walk around? I do sometimes.
Yes.
And I love
Yes.
it because the
Mhm.
costumes are out of this world.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like just like walking to like a spirit Halloween, right? That's the go-to. You got to go to a spirit Halloween, right? And trying on the mask, and it smells like lead paint, and you're like, I'm having a great time, and then you take the mask off and fall over because you're all lightheaded from all the lead.
I mean,
I love that.
That's
I
a
love
great
that.
experience, I think. You know, like
That's
it
an experience
builds-
every child has to have. That's part of Halloween.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Okay.
Are you gonna say it builds character? Inhaling lead paint fumes, it builds character.
Yeah, dude.
Makes you put you in the spirit of the season because now you look like a skull from how how much it like. I don't know what I'm trying to say, Toast.
I hear you, and we're gonna take a trip down. We can just kind of walk through a few examples here. This is Amazon.com. This is right on their front page. I will admit that I love the dinosaurs. I think the dinosaurs are just ageless.
Yeah,
they're timeless.
Yeah,
they have a.
Yeah, they definitely.
They just have a fan. They have a built-in fan. Yeah, you are literally becoming a mech. When you get into that dinosaur costume, you're fulfilling your inner Evangelion, your inner Transformer, your inner giant mechatronized bullshit.
But as soon, like, I will agree, it's okay. For one, there you can already see the onesies are showing up.
They're just pajamas.
It's just pajamas.
They're just pajamas.
That's just pajamas.
It's not a costume.
It's not a costume at all. It even says adult onesie pajamas. Stop.
All right.
Oh, there's the Donald Trump.
Oh,
you can see the Donald Trump now.
Lord.
Oh, this is fantastic.
What
okay,
is
so you
this?
see what I mean. So this Donald Trump, right? Like his face is just absolutely bananas. I don't know if they know what a human looks like.
Everything about this is bad. So for those of you who might just be listening, it literally is like it's off-brand Donald Trump. It's dollar store Donald Trump.
Imagine the face of a blow-up sex doll put on the top of a gnome, and then they throw a blue suit on it. That's what it looks like.
All right.
That's what it looks like. And there's more onesies. So you see what I mean? That it's like some of this is so absolutely phoned in.
I'm sorry. The tickling green alien actually has me dead. I am screaming.
I would wear that.
That's so good.
I would wear that. I want an alien to just pick me up and tickle me all night. And I'll be making that like, oh my God, face the whole night. The absolute whole night.
You know, Dickies, men's bib overalls. They're just overalls.
That's just overalls.
Those are just overalls.
That's not a costume, my dude. That's just overalls.
It's just overalls. Like that's not a costume.
I mean, I guess anything could be a costume. I guess.
I can put a hoodie on.
You know, one of my favorite things also is you'll probably see it on this is like when you look for like superhero costumes and it's just a T-shirt with a cape attached to it.
I love it. You're like, that's not
okay. That's just work. That's just work clothes.
These are literally just work clothes. This year for Halloween, I'm gonna be a blue collar worker. Like, what the fuck is that?
I'm gonna be a plumber for Halloween. Like, yeah, that's just like going into your dad's closet and picking out some of his work clothes and be like, I dressed up.
And your normal like super skimpy Hooters girl outfit is apparently a costume.
Nice. Okay. All right. Can you bookmark that one for me? I want to be a Hooters girl for Halloween.
I support whatever you want to be for Halloween.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, all of these are bad. Except for the fucking inflatable alien.
Except for this tickling alien.
I am so good.
I am all in on this tickling alien, though.
That's a hoodie. Amazon, that's a hoodie.
Yeah, that actually is just a red hoodie.
That is actually just a Hanes hoodie. Like,
what is that? What is this even for? Yeah, it's a $10 hoodie. What is this even for?
What? It's just a hoodie, dog. What is that? Oh man. Lord.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll see some things that are a little questionable as well. Like you'll see some stuff about like Native Americans on here, and there's one where you can get a bunch of Maui tattoos. I saw that costume. It's a bodysuit that changes your skin tone and puts Maui tattoos on
blackface,
you.
Blackface, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but also I am in love with this kid's costume. It's got a one star, and it's just you're pretending to be riding a snail all night. The snail also, it's got like, yeah, so the child is yawning on top of a snail that has sharp barracuda-like teeth.
It looks like it's out of Futurama.
It totally looks like Futurama. You're absolutely right.
Oh, good Lord.
I want to know why that has a 1 star.
All right, let's find out.
Let's see who bought this and was like, this didn't live up to expectations. I mean, it doesn't look like it would live up to any expectations. I don't know what expectations you have for a inflatable snail that you're pretending to ride, but wow, they just do all inflatable stuff, huh?
I mean, some of these are like acceptable. That squid is incredible.
That squid is kind of wild.
Like That's cool.
That's just cool, man. I'd be a squid. I'd be an inflatable squid. Okay. Let's see this review here.
Ours came with the eyes sewn on backward. They tilt in instead of out, and you can't see the white parts. Hard to tell what it is. Reached out to the seller with no response. Disappointed as my 11-year-old saved his own money for it.
Now, that's just sad, but wow, how do you put the eyes on backwards?
How do you fuck that up?
How do you fuck up the eyes?
Like, I don't
Oh
actually
my
know
God.
how you mess that up.
At first, I was like, okay, maybe
How do you
the
mess
buyer
that up?
put it together wrong, but that actually is just sewn on backwards.
It's just
They ruined some kids' Halloween because they sewed the eyes on backwards.
Can you imagine just making eye contact with your costume the entire
All
time
night you're
trick-or-treating?
staring into its soul.
Oh no!
It's like, what are you on? You're like, don't. I mean, at that point, just like get a Sharpie and color on the other side. You know? But yeah, so don't phone in your costumes, people. Just come on. Don't be the guy that shows up to the Zoom party, riding Donald Trump. Don't be that guy. Don't be the one that shows up in a T-shirt that has a cape and you're like, look, I'm Superman. Don't be the girl that has the pajamas on. They're just pajamas.
You know what? The one costume that really like bothers me is the tuxedo shirt.
Because it's the embodiment of all the bad
hate
things.
it so much.
Right.
It's
It's
just
just
a
a
shirt
t-shirt.
that looks worse because it's trying to fake being a tux, and it's like not even a tux because it's a shirt. It's so
Yeah.
bad. It's so bad.
It's so
And, you know, and then you show up and you're wearing a fedora with your tuxedo shirt, and I have to
Uh-huh.
ask you to leave. I'm sorry. The
Yeah,
door is
you-
right
you
there.
can't- Yeah, I don't. In fact, like you go to open the door, you're like, "Hey, Stim."
Do I know you?
No, I've never
never
seen
met
you in my
you. No.
life, and I hope to
You're a
never see you
stranger.
again.
Oh, good
You're-
God.
I'm glad you took that journey with me. Good. I highly recommend people, everyone listening, to just take a trip on Amazon.com and look up some of these costumes and be a little specific, right? Like if you just search Halloween costumes, you're gonna see kind of the same things we did. Do like Halloween costumes for women, Halloween costumes for men, Halloween costumes for couples.
And actually,
Look around.
I want you all to take it one step farther. Our listeners, our viewers, those of you who are participating in this transcendental experience with us, tweet us. Take screenshots, take pictures of the costumes you're seeing. Tweet us at either at the Sloshula or at ToastBH, and
Yeah.
hashtag Lightning Boys costume challenge.
Yeah, I have to see I gotta see it. And I need to see what you feel is like the worst costume you can find, because there are some really bad ones. And it doesn't just have to be Amazon, right? Like
Anywhere.
we mentioned, like
Go to the store.
like this Party City,
Yup.
you know, like Spirit Halloween.
Everything.
There's so many bad
Tweet
ones.
at us. And then next week,
need
if
to see it.
we have enough people who have tweeted at us, we'll go through and kind of highlight some of our favorites. If you don't tweet at us, we're gonna pretend like the segment never happened, and we will just move on.
I mean, I will also tweet about it on my account. Like I'll make an announcement tweet. I gotta see it. I gotta see some of these because it's some of my favorite things. Like, oh man,
Oh man,
I'm still looking at some of them. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well,
Native princess costume. Oh boy. All right, that's enough of of the costume.
So,
I can't do anymore.
let's move on. We'll move on into our game segment here, and this is a game where
Okay.
those of you who are listening to us can actually participate in this week's episode of What the Game.
Hell yeah!
Heck yeah.
Everyone gets some.
So, What the Game this week is actually, I got to give a shout out to a family friend of mine who I called and I was like, hey, look, I am exhausted right now. I need some ideas. And so the game we're playing is called Run the Alphabet. And so we'll do it here on stream, but if you're going to play by yourself, you'll need a piece of pencil, piece of paper, and a pencil. Pretty straightforward. And you're just going to write one letter for each letter in the alphabet, A through Z. Now, this game does come from a series of books and a series of challenges. I'm just going to do a quick, just highlight it real quick, and then we'll run away. This is my one little pimp because I told them I would. They make games for your brain. It's cool. Check it out. It's good. There's the pimp. If you guys want more, tweet me and ask me about it, and that's cool. There we go. Sorry,
Ah,
Slosh.
That's a cheap. It's $14. Hell yeah.
And there's like 3 or 4
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
They're actually like they're super fun games, and I actually do highly recommend them. But so this game is called Run the Alphabet, and so Run the Alphabet is very, very straightforward. Slosh, there's going to be a timer. I'm going to set it for, I think for the sake of this, we're going to set it for 3 minutes, and it'll show up on screen.
Okay.
And you'll see it on screen.
Okay.
And
where do you want me to? Will you send me a link?
I'm
Where am
actually
I
going
gonna
to
be
type it
typing
out
this?
for you. So you're just going to yell at me, and I'll type it out for you.
Okay.
And so basically, Run the Alphabet is a game where I'm going to give you a subject, and your goal is within the time frame is to come up with one word of the subject for each letter of the alphabet. Now, it does not have to start with the letter of the alphabet. So if I give you colors, you just have to come up with a color that has the letter of the alphabet in it. So A doesn't have to be azure.
Okay, so I could
A
say
could be
maroon.
And that's okay.
Nice,
That's
okay.
valid. However, you cannot duplicate answers.
Okay, so if we get to M and I already said maroon for A, like a moron, then I'm screwed.
So we're gonna jump in. I have
guess we
a
also got
few
mauve.
different categories here, and I'm terrible at this. I'm actually very bad at this. So I'm glad that it's.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm
Your
excited to
challenge
see
here.
how well I do.
So we're gonna start with one that I think you'll be pretty good with, and I think you'll
Okay.
find fun. This is musical instruments.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna move this over here. We're gonna kind of go ahead and let's just take a shot. Let's see this visibility wise, and make it so it's a little bit more centered here. So here in Run the Alphabet,
Ooh.
you've got musical instruments. So
Okay.
there is a note here that's important to keep in mind, which is that there's no commonly known instruments for the letters I, N, Q, or Y. However, you are welcome to prove me wrong, and I actually would encourage you proving me wrong if you can. So we're gonna do 3.5 minutes for this timer, especially for this first one, because I think it can be fun,
So-
and I
yeah.
encourage you to be as vocal as
my lights
possible.
went
So let's bring that timer on screen. Boom. Now I don't think it needs to be right there.
Okay, so this also says musical instruments that start with each letter. So are we going by that rule, or do we want to do the rule that you had mentioned?
I asked about that specifically. That timer is a little hard to see, but that's acceptable. Let's go with the
Put it
rules on
next
the
to the
sheet.
date. Right?
Sorry?
Okay.
That's okay right
Okay.
there.
We'll go with the rules and sheet.
We'll go with the rules on the sheet for this one. I think some of them, it's a little flexible. I think for this one, because it is musical instruments, I think it starts with the thing. So Slosh, are you ready?
I'm gonna say yes. And so as long as it includes the letter, we're counting it.
This one is starting. We're going to go with the rules on the sheet
Okay.
for this one,
Oh,
as long as
boy.
it starts with the letter. It's a little more challenging, but I do have some where it is
Okay.
including the letter, which makes it much, much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and start that timer. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then here we go. Ready? 3, 2,
I'm gonna say yes.
1, and we have begun.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little and say like alto saxophone. Will we count that?
I'm going to take it for now.
Oh, we're gonna take it for now.
take it, we're gonna take it.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going.
Okay, alto saxophone. Oh, B. Bassoon.
Great choice.
Okay. Clarinet.
Ooh.
I guess we'll just go with drum for D.
That's fine.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. E. Oh, what would we say for E?
What would you say for E?
What would we say for E?
This timer is
I can't.
flashing. You can skip if you want.
Timer is losing its mind. Yeah, let's skip E for now, and then we just say flute for F. It's an easy one.
Easy one. I like it.
Will we count a gourd for G? Like one of the little gourd drums.
We'll allow it. I'd like to come back to that one, and I'd like you to explain to me more about gourd drums after the timer has completed.
Okay. Oh God. I guess skip for H for now. I'm losing my mind now.
Very tricky.
I can't even think for anything for I or J either.
Okay.
K. We'll say kick drum for K.
All right.
I feel like that
That
counts.
can count. That's a type of drum.
L.
L. Interesting. L is a tricky one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I have one for L, honestly.
Okay, we'll skip that. M.
Mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Oh, damn it. You beat me to the joke. Maracas. We'll do maracas.
Is good. I
Okay.
apologize for my spelling. Let's come back up and
Oh, okay, hang on. Let's go back to G so I'm not an idiot.
okay.
Guitar. I have one behind me.
You know, I was really
Guitar,
waiting for you to say guitar there, and then you didn't, and I was quite surprised.
I know. Don't. Just don't. Okay. Okay, so let's see. For L, I think I still need an L, right? Lute.
Okay.
A lute.
Lute is acceptable. That is a musical instrument.
Thank you. It is a musical instrument. N though. I can't think of one for N.
Okay.
We're gonna skip that. It says that there isn't one for N. I'm gonna trust that there isn't one for N here.
Okay.
Um.
What you got here for O?
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh man, there's an easy one.
What am I? Oboe. Oboe for O. We'll do oboe.
The one I was thinking, but I like it. Okay, P.
Thank you. P. Skip. P and
Okay.
Q. R. We'll do ride cymbal. And then S is snare drum. T. We'll do trombone. I can't think of anything for you. V. We'll do violin.
Okay.
W though. W, X, Y, and Z. I have no idea what we can do for any of
You
these.
have 5 seconds.
Maybe it's called a waterfall stick.
3. That's not an instrument. I know what you're talking about, but like,
Right, like
it's a rain
thing, and
stick.
it sounds like rain. It's a rain stick. It's a
not
rain stick.
a
You're
waterfall
right.
stick.
Right.
All right, let's see how you did, Sloshula. So you came in
Oh
here.
my God, X. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Xylophone.
Xylophone,
Yup.
dude. Ah,
That would have done it.
God.
That xylophone would have done it, my guy.
oh, man.
Let's see. So for H, the hurdy-gurdy would have worked.
Hurdy-gurdy. Oh, that isn't that like a really strange like oh, what's it called? Now I can't think of anything.
Yup, it's quite tricky.
Help.
For
Oh man.
E, you could
whatever.
have done electric piano probably. O, you
Or
could have
electric
also
guitar,
done
could
organ.
Ocarina.
Ocarina is a very,
Yeah. Piano for P. I'm a moron,
piano
dude.
for P.
I'm an absolute moron.
Yeah. Yup.
I did okay.
You did okay. So let's go ahead
did
and
okay. I
scroll
feel
down
like-
here. There is an
like I did
actual
all right
possible
here.
answers here for a lot of
Oh,
these.
nice.
So accordion or acoustic guitar,
Accordion. Okay, yeah.
bagpipes, bassoon. You got bassoon. Clarinet, you got. Cello would have also worked. Dulcimer for D.
Nice.
Cool idea. Electric
Oh,
guitar.
English horn.
would have been
English
valid for
horn.
E,
That's
yup.
a good one.
English horn is a good one too. Guitar. Glockenspiel. Harp.
A harp. I didn't have anything for H, did I?
I don't think you did.
No, I didn't. Oh man.
Zoo. Lute. Lyre. Mandolin. Zither for Z. Y is tricky.
What? I'm sorry. What?
Zither.
What is a zither?
Bro, zithers are cool. Okay, hold up. Don't hack me. Zither is this.
Oh, it's almost like one of the finger pianos.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right. Musical instruments.
All right. What's next? What's next?
All right. So I'm going to give you a choice here.
Okay.
We can go, because I have 3 more. I don't think we need to do all 3. I think we can do 1 or 2 more and we'll be good.
Okay.
Some of these are more tricky. So let's pull up. This one's kind of this one's a kind of a fun one. So this episode of Run the Alphabet is names of the internet, is names of major websites on the internet.
Oh boy.
So you have your general instructions here. And now actually, before we start, I'm gonna bring it back to us real quick because I just want to check to make sure, see if this is a has to begin with, or a.
Okay.
This is a has to begin with. So this has to begin with the letter, and there is an answer for every single website here.
Well, yeah. There's so many websites,
So
right?
our category for this one is major website. So if you're giving me
We're gonna
like
get to P, and I'm
something
gonna
out here
freak
that's
out.
like, what is it? Penn Island or something.
PennIsland.com's a real website.
We're not taking it. It's not big enough.
What? That's a real that's the joke everyone makes.
I know. That's why I referenced that website.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? 3.5 minutes on the clock. 24, 26 letters in the English language.
You good?
26, 24, 26.
Okay.
I'm not good. Here we go. I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Run the alphabet.
All right. Amazon.com.
Love it.
Easy first one. We're gonna go with Brawlhalla.com for B. All right. I think you could take me on that one. All right. We're gonna do for C. Will you accept Club Penguin for C?
I will absolutely accept Club Penguin.
Thank you.
That's a millennial dream.
D. I'm trying to think of. I'm just looking at letters right now. Okay, let's just get Yelp out of the way for Y. I'm not going to go in order here. Yelp for Y. Yep. We'll do Omegle for O.
Okay, we'll take it.
Come on.
As a throwback.
And you know what? I'm just going to say Pornhub for P. We're just going to get that out of the way.
You know what? It's major.
We got to do it.
Most of the.
Oh, why did I did Yelp for Y instead of YouTube? I can't believe me right now. I cannot believe me right now. Okay, eBay for E.
Love it.
That feels pretty easy. I guess, can we do Slack.com for S?
Slack is a significant website, I would say. I don't think it's
okay. And if we're doing Slack, then Discord for D. We'll do Discord there.
I'll accept it. Those are right on the edge
Quora?
of which one?
Quora for Q. Quora. Yep. Quora.
How else will you get questions to your answer that no one knows the answer to?
I couldn't tell you.
That's
honestly.
True. Ask Jeeves. Honestly.
Ask Jeeves. That's a good one.
A throwback.
Does Jeeves.com exist?
No.
Jeeves
is not making the cut here. It would have made the cut in 2007.
Google. Google.com for G. Of course.
Google.com is big enough.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, Chan.
Right,
I don't know if we can do that one. Okay. Let's see. What? J. What?
There's some big ones you're missing.
Oh, F. Facebook.
Facebook.
Do Facebook for F.
Mining your information.
MySpace for M. Do we still need an M?
Does MySpace even exist anymore?
Yeah, it still exists. It was bought by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, JT, what are you doing, man? A good purchase.
Okay, let me think of some. Some social medias. Twitter.
Twitter.
I think we still have an I, so we'll do Instagram.
Insta.
We did Facebook. I could have done Twitch.tv too. Oh, Justin.tv. Can we still do Justin.tv?
Justin.tv doesn't exist anymore.
We won't. Okay.
Our website dead.
Oh, Reddit. Reddit for R.
Reddit for R is good.
Oh God. There's gotta be
less than a minute.
Food websites. There's like food websites. I'm probably forgetting here for like H and N.
Mm-hmm.
What other letters am I missing here?
Z, X, W.
Oh God.
U,
J, K, L.
H, V.
Oh my goodness.
Is there an alternative video hosting website that you could use for one of these?
Oh, what's the Vivo? Vivo for V. We'll do Vivo.
Wow,
Hell
Vivo
yeah.
is not where I thought you would take that, but we'll take it. Vivo is big enough.
No, we're going to Vivo. I know the other one, but it doesn't matter.
We go 3, 2,
Outlook.
1.
Outlook.com and
Time.
Office, whichever one of those. Office or Outlook.
You had Omegle already.
I already had one for O. God. Ah.
All right, shall we take a look at the answers? But actually, a few of these that you could have done, I think H you could have done. Oh, H is difficult.
Yeah, what is H? Don't just Google websites. Right? That's a bad idea.
No, I was gonna type H. Here, I'm gonna just type H and see what comes up when I type H. Yeah, I don't know.
Horticulture?
No, I don't know. Some of these are dubious. Like Slack and Discord, we allowed in there, but like.
I mean, Discord.com is where you download it. Slack.com is where you download it. Those are popular.
But like
those are popular.
I'm holding out on those a little bit. So we got some answers here. It's not an exhaustive list, of course, but it is a list of full complete answers. Netflix for N, Ancestry.com, BBC, Bing, CNN, Craigslist, Pornhub is actually on here. I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
it's the most popular one for P.
Of course, but like
Alright.
I'm shocked. eBay, ESPN, dictionary.com for D,
Fucking Netflix.
Harvard.edu, Huffington
Hulu.
Post.
I could have done Hulu.
Yup.
Oh,
JCPenney,
God.
LinkedIn, Microsoft.com would have worked.
LinkedIn,
Zillow.
get outta
Zillow's a
here.
big one. Verizon,
Yeah.
U-Haul, Shutterstock, Reddit.
What did I do? Did I get anything for W?
I don't
Because
think you did.
because the big one, the obvious one, Wikipedia.
Yup. Wikipedia right
Is it
there.
listed? It's right there. Yeah.
Yup.
Good lord. Look at me.
What the game? Oh man, Slosh. You had like
Man.
a pretty good run here. It's a tricky game, and you're in a pretty tight
Yeah.
deadline here. So a lot of these games are actually made for seniors, so they don't have timelines. I think it's more fun to put a timer on this and really like force
Yeah.
you to like exercise those juicy brain muscles so late in the evening.
Yeah, that got like man, starting it off, I'm like, okay, let me just rack my brain for like websites I go to, like, and then like websites that that's why I mentioned like Office 365. I'm like, what are websites I go
Office
to like every
365.
single day? You know, right?
Oh,
like
man.
all these work websites. Like for me, it's like Twitter and stuff like that.
Are you up for one more? The final one. Third
I-
one's the charm.
I will. Yeah, I would love to do one more.
Okay, so I have two to pick from. Neither of these categories are like the previous two categories that we've done. These are not
Okay.
categories where the subject is something like a website or a musical instrument or a color or anything like that. These categories
Okay.
are kind of condition based. And the condition that I think we're going to go with, that I think will be more fun, run the alphabet. Words that end in CH.
Oh. Fuck. Oh no. Can we do like onomatopoeias? Will those work?
If it's in, we have to pick a dictionary then, and then we'll have to check them.
I'm also thinking of names.
No names.
You know, like
These are words,
no
no proper
names?
names.
Oh God.
And I actually really want to just quickly double check here, make sure that this is also
Oh
one
man.
where it has to begin with a letter. So when I said it doesn't have to begin with a letter, it has to begin with a letter, I lied to your face straight up.
You lied.
And
okay,
I misunderstood
great.
the rules on a deep, fundamental level.
Okay.
We can do this,
I get it though.
or
it's
your other
it's
option
okay.
is
What's the other option?
Ooh, that's the answer list. Words that
I
end
was not looking.
in the letter Y.
Oh, that seems a bit easier.
You want to go with the easy one, or do you want to go beast mode and take the more challenging one?
I feel like if I take the one that ends in the letter Y, I'll feel like an idiot. But if we do CH, then we can all struggle together, and I won't feel dumb.
All right.
So I think we'll do CH, ends in CH.
Great, I love it. That's what I wanted you to do. That's the right answer.
Thank you. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I gotta reset the timer here, and here we go. This is Run the Alphabet with Sloshula, and we're here with the final game, the final round. This is my announcer voice, and it hurts my throat, so I'm gonna stop. We're gonna start the game in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Begin.
All right. Ouch. Gonna be the first one I do.
Okay, got it.
And then pouch because I'm thinking of it. And then let's do ditch and rich and bitch. Wow, you just put it in before I even
Wait,
said it.
What was the first one?
Ditch.
Ditch with a D.
It's with a D, but I'll do bitch too. That's fine.
I thought you. I'm sorry. The D and the B. I heard it. I did not hear it right. All right, keep going. Keep going.
Now I'm stuck in the itch. I mean itch. We'll just do itch for I.
Great.
That sounds right. Wow, S feels like it's gonna be really hard here. Zilch, I think it mentioned that one,
was
so we'll just do.
a sample word in the instructions, and I
That was a
will not
sample
count it.
word. Okay. Can we do? Will you accept gooch for G? It is a word. Thank you.
I will accept it, I suppose.
Catch.
Good one. Good one. Good one.
Oh goodness.
They're gonna be.
Attack is CK. Arch.
Arch is
Arch.
good. Good
Arch.
choice.
Arch. Okay. I can't think of anything for N. Fetch for F.
Love it.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Never gonna happen.
Um,
Great reference. Great movie.
oh god, I can't think of anything for J or K.
Jay says no common words, so you're okay there.
Okay,
K,
great.
however, does have common words.
Is Welch a word, or am I just thinking of grape juice?
I think you're thinking of grape juice and a region in the UK.
Okay. Mulch for M.
Ooh,
Mulch.
Mulch. I love it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Never spell mulch right. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh wow. I'm losing it now, dude.
Would you like to phone a friend, aka me, and I can try and help with some of these? It's the final round. I feel
Sure.
like.
Yeah.
E. I feel like you can go each.
Each. That's a great one. Oh wait. We already have one for B then. Oh god.
Thatch.
Thatch. Oh, that is a real word.
It is a real word.
That is a real
not
word.
just a Brawlhalla character.
Not just a brawler character. That's a real word. Do we have what are we missing?
Witch.
Witch, great one. And that could be any of the
Witch.
witches, really. Witch. Oh, and then S, sandwich, dude.
Oh,
Sandwich
my
for
man.
S.
Love
Hell
it.
yeah. Okay.
We have 34 seconds.
I cannot think of anything for Q or N. Because nilch is not a word.
Nilch is not a word. Niche has an E at the end, so it doesn't count.
All I can think for V
hitch.
is Velcro. Hitch, great one.
All right.
Great one.
U. What is U gonna have?
I can think of Ulrich, but that's his last name.
All right, we got
the
5
last
seconds
name.
here.
Oh God.
Lich.
Wrench
Got it.
for W. Oh, we already had a W.
All right,
God
is
damn it.
time. I don't think we
Lich.
did too
That's
bad.
a great word, dude. Lich is a great word.
Thanks, man. I like last second here. Shall we scroll down and see kind of how we did?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Which ones are we missing first out of the letters here? We're missing.
K, N, Q,
okay.
U, V, Z.
I am looking forward to seeing what word they have for Q
U
and
as
what
well.
other word they have for Z.
All right, here we go. Coming in. A's. Approach, attach, love it. Batch, beach, catch, church, ditch, drench, eat,
Wait.
eat, etch.
Did we have one for O? Because I
We
said
had ouch.
ouch.
We had ouch. We had ouch
Yeah,
for O.
we had ouch. Okay.
U.
Oh, notch.
Unclench and unlatch. Oh. L latch. Oh, no.
latch is a good one.
Quench.
Oh, vouch for V.
That's
Quench for
so
Q and
good.
vouch for V. Those are good.
Oh man.
I can't believe we missed notch though. And look, it has zilch.
It has
You didn't
zilch.
count my zilch.
I did not count your zilch because it's literally
Key-
in the
okay.
instructions, but
Look at K. Key punch.
key punch counts. Catch.
That's
Catch
stupid.
is a reach for me. I don't know what catch is.
I don't like catch. That's just not right. Oh, itch. I think we had itch for I.
Can you define catch,
wow.
please? Oh, here we go. Let's. I think I have to.
Oh, they had hopscotch for H. Did we have anything for? We had hitch. Hopscotch is so good. That's
Catch.
big brain.
A two-masted fore and after rig sailboat with a mizzen mast
Oh,
step forward.
fuck off. Fuck off. That's some Scrabble bullshit right there. Not accepted. Man, research and rich for R, those are super good.
Those are good. If we come back to what we had, yeah, I think we could have gotten something better for G. Gooch was, I think, a reach.
Gooch was top tier, and don't you dare.
Don't
you dare hate me for Gooch.
Oh man, that was good though.
What did they have? What did they have for G?
They had Grouch and
Oh,
Glitch.
Grouch.
Both
Come
are
on.
very good.
Both
CH
are
words.
so much worse than Gooch. Okay.
I disagree with you, but that's okay. Oh my god.
Glitch. How do I come up with Gooch before glitch? What is my brain, man?
Oh
What
man.
is my- And why do I come up with bitch before beach?
Beach,
Like,
batch.
batch. Yeah.
Ugh.
God. I am horrible. My brain is bad. I got bad brain.
These are hard games though. This is a tricky
These are
game.
hard.
I got a
Yeah.
bunch of them too for future episodes of the Lightning Boys podcast when we're being transcendental and finding the point together. Some of them I just need to do a little bit more preparation to like customize for us, but like this was a fun
Real
one.
quick.
Yep.
I need to hate on myself one last time
Please.
here. For P. I didn't say patch. A word that I use multiple times a day at work.
You said it today many times as well.
Yes. And yet.
And yet.
Did we even have one for P? Did I even say one for P?
Let me scroll up. I think you had
Did I say
one for P. You had
pitch?
pouch.
Pouch. See, that's good, but come on. What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you, Slosh?
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Someone gave me a zoom control. It was a mistake.
Oh god. Oh god. Well, that was fun though. Thanks for bringing that over. I can't wait to play it again and do equally as horrendous.
Yo, don't worry. We'll bring it back in a month for the next round of Run the Alphabet. We'll get a theme song for it.
Nice.
Run the Alphabet or something crazy. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'll record something for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, that would be dope. Let's do that. But Slosh, I think that's it for
that's
tonight,
it.
man.
That's it.
Is that the end?
That's it. Thank you everyone for watching, for listening, for being here, for wherever you are. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with Toast and I, Sloshula, for the Lightning Boys podcast, episode 3. Having a great time. We're just doing it now. It's just
doing it.
happening.
It's great.
We're on a roll.
It's happening. 3 episodes. Next week?
3 episodes, dude.
Episode
Next week,
4.
Episode 4. Oh man, we gotta do something for the 29th. It's like right
Halloween
before
episode.
Halloween.
Yeah, we'll make it extra spooky.
We gotta have a Halloween episode. So today was kind of spooky, but we'll make it even spookier.
Like more spooky.
Like like more like spooky, but like times 2.
Yeah, spooky times 3?
Yeah.
Can we handle that? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
The show is just jump scares.
It's just screaming the whole
There's
time.
like a super
I'm,
cut of like
crying.
scary movie jump scares.
Toast, thanks for being here. And remember, every 10 p.m. every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time every Thursday, twitch.tv/Sloshula. Follow me on Twitter at the Sloshula and follow Toast on Twitter at ToastBH. Be sure to tweet at us, please.
Costumes.
Those costumes. I need to see some really bad
Yes.
costumes. So yes, appreciate you all. Have a great night. Toast, any last words? And I mean that in the most aggressive way possible.
I have no last words. I have been aggressed. The hook is pulling me off stage. I love you all. Thank you for watching. See you next week on the Lightning Boys podcast. Good night.